Hi, my name is Apurva Palasetti. I'm the Director of PR and Marketing for Project M at IPMD, and today I'm going to tell you the story of M. Take a moment and look at this young lady. What do you see? Do you think she's sleeping, crying, or stressed? Or could she be in pain and just wants to hide from the outside world? There are many assumptions one can make, but which are accurate? Are any accurate? When a person is hurt physically, they will actively seek treatment. But what about emotional and psychological injuries, or vulnerabilities, due to bullying, the loss of a person, or betrayal? Let's dig a little deeper into that. How do pain, loneliness, and other factors correlate? How do we react to and manage our own emotional vulnerabilities? When we are emotionally injured, our natural healing process is to isolate ourselves and let our emotions out, which tend to make us feel better. However, some people can't be healed through their own isolation. In fact, the isolation worsens their situation and pain, leading to greater loneliness and eventually a state of absolute loneliness, which is extremely dangerous. Emotional injuries are easier to treat when identified early. However, a lot of late-stage treatments are unsuccessful and fail to prevent tragic consequences like depression and suicide. Introducing Project M, a highly accurate emotional artificial intelligence platform that identifies human emotions based on hidden and microfacial expressions. Project M's mission is to give M the ability to understand human emotions and interact with them. Project M wants to ensure that no one will feel lonely or emotionally vulnerable. Let's walk you through Emotional AI. Emotional AI is an artificial intelligence technology that can fully understand human emotions, emotional vulnerabilities, and be able to directly interact with humans to serve as a companion for humanity. So why was Project M born in the first place? UC Berkeley alumni, innovator, researcher, and entrepreneur Min Lee founded Project M in January 2016 when one of his Berkeley graduate student interns, Shuking Zhang, committed suicide. Her death triggered and accelerated the inception of Project M. No one noticed Shuking's emotional pain and depression. It made the team think that if they had had some indication earlier on, this could have been avoided. Min wanted to gain a deeper understanding about human emotions and vulnerabilities, and create solutions to prevent tragic incidents like her death. After her death, a small team headed by Min Lee was formed, and more people joined who believed in the shared visionary idea to build M. Suicide numbers have gone up steadily until 2001 and increased rapidly since 2002. It is the second leading cause of death for ages 10 to 34 and among the top 10 leading causes of death in the US across all age groups. Project M wants to help these people as much as it can to reverse the suicide growth rate. As of May 1st, 2020, the team has committed a total of 84,000 hours of combined work to create M. Project M is a tech partner of Google Cloud and a member of Nvidia's Inception program. M completely outperforms the current industry leader, Microsoft. But this was just the starting point. Can AI recognize emotions accurately to eventually help humans with their emotional well-being and happiness? Let's take a step back and find out how Project M is far more advanced than the emotional AI technologies created by other giants, including big corporations and elite research universities. Min Lee once said, "In order for me to create M, I need to fully understand the current technology, which is broadly divided into two different methods and procedures. The first method is computer vision technology, which can read facial muscle movements to identify human emotion. This is the most popular technology today. But this approach has limitations, because humans don't always reveal their emotional state through facial muscle movement, or often fake them. If there are no facial expressions, or if they are not genuine, then emotion AI developed by this technology will lead to unreliable prediction results. The second method is deep neural networks, also known as a convolutional neural network. This is capable of processing labeled image input data. A reliable AI requires a good algorithm combined with accurately labeled training data for supervised learning. Min Lee and the Project M team are confident that the IT industry is already equipped with a highly functional algorithm. So now the question becomes, who can provide the accurately labeled training data? Unfortunately, no one has been able to produce a reliable training dataset to create an emotional artificial intelligence platform at this moment. Therefore, both methods, one using computer vision technology and the other using machine learning, don't work. Creating hundreds of thousands of reliable, clean training data is extremely challenging. Human emotion is very complex, and reading this complex emotion just by facial looks is nearly impossible. In order to tackle this problem, the team needed to understand how many emotions and subcategories of emotions there are. Let us assume there are 8 universal emotions: anger, contempt, disgust, fear, happy, neutral, sad, and surprise. That's 8 emotions which can be identified at least 4 different intensities, and any combination is possible. Therefore, we end up with about 400,000 different variable emotions. There's no way to provide such an enormity of clean data, which is why, until now, no one has succeeded in developing a truly accurate emotional AI. We at Project M dare to challenge ourselves to solve these problems. The team at Project M is divided into 2 groups. The first is an emotional intelligence group, which is responsible for creating accurately labeled training input data. And the second group is the programming or machine learning group, which is responsible for using full-stack engineering to launch Project M for public use. Now let's look at Project M in action. In this picture of a woman, can you see or feel anything about her emotional state? The woman in this image was promised by her CEO that she would be promoted to an open executive position. However, the day the new position was to be announced, her CEO announced her rival as a new executive instead. Expecting her CEO to reward her work and promote her, this woman instead feels betrayed. Initially, she was surprised by the news, which then turned into anger and disgust. However, being in a public space, she had to contain her negative emotions and fake a smile. Now let's compare M and Microsoft Azure's prediction results. At the time that these tests were made, this image data was completely new to both Project M and Microsoft. As you can see, M correctly identifies hidden emotions like anger, surprise, and disgust. However, despite the presence of these clear negative emotions, Microsoft actually identifies the woman's primary emotion as happy. Why do M and Microsoft get different results? The main difference is that M relies on highly classified and superior training data that the Project M team creates, while Microsoft uses the current computer vision technology that relies on facial muscle movements. Today, the general public has a big misconception about AI. It is the belief that AI is only about coders and software developers, but it actually goes much beyond them, especially when we talk about emotional AI. All capabilities are needed to develop a great emotional AI, from social scientists, life scientists, cognitive scientists, to computer scientists, and the list goes on. So even if you are not a coder or an engineer, you can still develop an emotional AI. Project M offers a great internship program. Submit your cover letter and resume to Min Lee at berkeley.edu if you want to be a part of this vision. We are proud that we have created one of the world's best AI platforms that can accurately recognize human emotion. With this unprecedented ability, we believe M can truly help humans create a better world for tomorrow. Project M is publicly beta launching in June 2020. If interested, please register or sign in at the URL listed below. With the free version, anyone can test 5 images per day, free of charge. Please feel free to use the best emotion artificial intelligence platform at this time. At Project M, we are creating a better world for tomorrow. Come join us!